24 hours, 7 days a week. You can find your favorite program, Law and You, only on Pinnacle TV.
Hello viewers, welcome to today's episode of Law and You. This is the show that addresses legal issues. We look at how the law affects you, and then we talk about your questions and take your general viewpoint into account. I want to first start. My name is Barrister Dele Igbinedion. I'm the anchor for this show. I want to thank those of you who have called in, who have written in, who have sent texts, who have left messages on my Facebook. Thank you very much. We can see that you are enjoying this show and your responses have been very, very interesting for us. Thank you. Please keep them coming. Today we'll be looking at the subject of domestic violence and marriage. Domestic violence and marriage. Most people beat up their wife. They use the woman as a punching bag. Maybe they come home from work, they are unhappy about something, and then, they start to beat the woman up. And we also hear that some women are also in the habit of beating up their husbands. Come on. Well, today we'll be looking at the legal implications of that, beating up your husband or your husband beating up the wife, and what each of the parties can do, in this regard. Now, with me in the studio to look at this very interesting topic is Mrs. Anita Cole. Mrs. Cole, you are welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. Now, let us start. What is marriage, broadly speaking?
Well, marriage is a union between a man and a woman.
Okay, between a man and a woman. So that excludes, by Nigerian law, marriages between or unions between two men or two women, right?
No, between a man and a woman, to the exclusion of every other
okay,
person.
Every other sex for now. All right, that's cool. Because recently the Senate passed a law making it illegal. I think about 5 years imprisonment for people of the same sexes
to get married.
To even to get married. Of course, whether that is consistent with those fundamental rights is another matter entirely. But for now, that is the law until someone challenges it. Now let's look at the types of marriages. What are the types of marriages?
There are different kinds of marriages. We have there is marriage under the Act. Okay. There is marriage under native law and custom.
Okay.
And the customary marriage.
Okay.
Several other marriages.
Okay.
Islamic marriage.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, okay. So there's marriage under the Act, Marriage Act.
Yes.
Then there's marriage under native law and custom.
Yes.
And then there's Islamic marriage.
Yes,
okay. Wedding fatia.
Yeah.
Which is the most recognized marriage under the law? Which is the most valid one? Is there anyone that is more valid than the other, or anyone that is invalid out of these three?
All the marriages are valid. Now, in customary marriage, yes, as far as there is consideration,
yes,
as far as bride price is being paid, the marriage is valid.
Okay.
That is under customary law.
Customary law. As long as the bride price has been paid and the parents have consented.
Yes. That makes the marriage valid.
That makes the marriage valid, okay.
And the Marriage Act.
Yes.
As far as the marriage is celebrated at the right place,
yes, by
two persons, as the man and the woman,
yes,
it's also valid.
Okay.
But the law says that there are three places where you can celebrate a valid marriage under the Act.
Okay.
There's a place that you can do the marriage. It can be celebrated either in a licensed place of worship, that is a church.
Okay.
It can be done at the registry.
Okay.
The other places are where the law has specified to conduct, where marriage can be conducted. It's called a licensed place for conducting marriage. Those are the three places.
Before a marriage can be celebrated and recognized under the Act, it must have been done in a licensed place.
Yes.
Not just anywhere.
Not just anywhere. There are some churches that are not even licensed to conduct marriages.
Why? But they do conduct marriages.
But they do, but those are not valid marriages.
They are not valid
They are
marriages.
not valid marriages.
Okay. They are not valid monogamous marriages.
They are not valid monogamous
marriages.
under the Act.
Under the Act, okay.
Yes.
But there's a show, people dance, the choir sings, the pastor preaches, he prays, fire and brimstone.
Those are just mere celebration. They are not valid marriage under the Act.
So what I'm getting from this is quite interesting. If they celebrate a marriage, because that is usually what people do, isn't it? Mm-hmm. They do it in the home, they go to the family of the girl, they pay the bride price, they do consent, they do a reception, then they go to the church and say, we are going to the church for God to celebrate the marriage. This is remarriage.
Yes.
And then the pastor prays and all of that. But what you are saying is that if that church is not a licensed place of marriage,
Yes.
whatever they have done there is just a show.
Yes, just a show.
It's just a show.
Celebration.
So at the end of the day, the marriage remains a customary marriage.
Yes, that's it.
You better watch out if you are here. And if your intention was to conduct a statutory marriage, you probably want to find out if the church where you celebrated your marriage is a licensed place for celebrating marriages. Now, does it matter if the church gives a big certificate? You know, the church, they will call the woman, call the man, and say, call a few people, come to the pastor's office. They go through a signing ceremony. Everything is all done, and then they come out. There's a celebration, and then they hand the certificate over to the woman. It's usually the woman or the man.
Most times the woman.
It's the woman they hand
Most
over.
times the woman.
Okay, so what you are saying is that as long as that place is not a licensed place,
it's still not. No matter how big the certificate is, it's still not a valid marriage.
It's not a valid statutory marriage.
It's not a valid statutory marriage.
So it remains a customary
marriage.
But customary marriages are also valid in law. They're also accepted. It's just that. Okay, so that is, we've talked about the customary marriage. We've talked about the statutory marriage. And then the Muslim marriage, of course, is the wedding fatia, where they do with an imam, joining the two couples together. So all these three marriages, you say, they are all valid marriages. No one is more valid than the other. Except, of course, are the rights which in New York.
Yes, it's the rights that the woman has.
That the woman has.
Yes, the marriage under the act or marriage under the statute.
Yes.
There are particular rights that go to the woman. But under customary law, or under marriage under customary law, it's a different thing.
Okay.
But under the act, the woman has a right.
Has rights.
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe it's a good point for you to tell us about these rights of the woman in a statutory marriage situation. So what are the rights that the woman has?
One of these rights, for instance, you never can tell. The marriage there may be problem in future.
Okay.
The woman can go to court, ask for a particular amount, a certain amount of the woman's wealth. But under native law, you cannot actually do that. And the court can also compare the man under native law to pay a particular amount of money to the woman.
Okay.
Do you understand?
If that is not a custom?
If that is not
What if that is a custom? Because I know in some localities, if the woman divorces the man, she would have to pay the man 50,000 naira. If it is the man that is divorcing the woman, by custom, she pays the woman 250,000 naira. It's even written in the constitution of
that particular area
of the community.
Yes. But in a case where that particular area does not have any law guiding marriages, you have to resort to court.
Okay.
And the court will not have a say if that marriage was conducted only in customary law.
Okay.
Whereby the marriage under the act,
the
woman has the right. The children has the right also.
The children have a right. Right to what?
Right to the man's. The man can be compared to financially responsible to the woman or the children. But in a customary law, the man cannot be compared to do that.
That is under customary
law.
Okay. So you're saying that under customary law, if the man marries, the man can decide, you know what, these children are no longer going to be responsible.
The man can only do that under customary law. Even under the child rights, the children can also sue.
Under the Child Rights Act?
Okay. The Child Rights Act.
Yes.
But under marriage, under the act, the man cannot do that. If he does that, the court will compare him to financially responsible to the children.
Okay.
And if he refused, he cannot do that. He cannot do that.
All right. So what she's saying, obviously, what I'm getting is, under the Marriage Act, the man has a responsibility which is enforceable in court. To be responsible for the upkeep of the wife and the children. Now, what if the situation was reversed? If it is the woman that is more affluent, that is wealthier, maybe the man is a civil servant, earning fixed salary, and now the woman has done some contracts and is making very good money or something. God has blessed her.
Well, the woman can also.
So the man can also go to court to compel the woman to take care of him.
The man cannot do that.
Why not? Tell me why not.
The man cannot do that. On her own, she can. These are her children, for God's sake. These are her children.
Yes.
But the woman cannot be compared in law.
Why not?
The man cannot be compared.
Yes, the question is why not? There is a law.
This Marriage Act.
Yes.
This marriage that is carved out because of women. So that women can have rights. in their marriages, even after the marriage has been dissolved.
Okay. So the act sort of favors
women.
Okay. As against the men. Well, I hope viewers, you are getting as excited as I am. For the first time, I'm beginning to think that maybe the women have the better deal. but again, let's come to grounds for the solution of marriage. What are the grounds? Both at customary law also sort of embracing Muslim marriage as against statutory marriage. What are broadly the grounds for which a marriage can be sort of dissolved? If everything is going fine, I don't think any woman or any man will want to go and see a lawyer if everything is going fine. People only start seeing lawyers when things begin to go wrong. So what are the grounds?
There are several grounds. Like, for instance, you look at the issue of where, for instance, at the beginning of the marriage, under customary law, there was no bride price.
Yes.
There was no consideration at all.
Okay.
The marriage can be dissolved.
Okay, if the man takes a woman into his house
without
paying anything.
Yes. And when the parent, when the consent of the parent was not also sought,
yes,
the marriage can be dissolved.
Okay, that's under customary law. Okay. What about violence?
Violence in women, domestic violence in women. In that area also, the woman can go to court. The marriage can be dissolved also.
Okay, on that basis.
On that basis.
Both under statute and under
yes.
customary law. All right, viewers, thank you very much. We will be right back after taking a quick break. We will continue on this topic. Please don't go away.
24 hours, 7 days a week.
For more exciting, educative, and entertaining programs such as Law and You, Top Politics, Entertainment Gist, Relationship Talk, and other programs, keep watching Pinnacle TV. You can watch, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Pinnacle TV Online. You can also visit our website at www.pinnacletv.com. Follow us on Facebook at Pinnacle TV Online or call us on 081-546-99989. Pinnacle TV, top quality broadcasting.
Welcome back. We are looking at the subject domestic violence and marriages in Nigeria. I've been talking with my learned friend, Barrister Mrs Anita Cole. Now, let us look at violence in a marriage. Violence, because there are lots of reported cases where the man will become physically abusive to the woman. In some cases, even murdering the wife. In others, where the woman survived, some using a pistol. One man used a pistol to split the woman's head, knives, bottles, and stuff like that. Now, what are the rights of the woman in an environment like this?
Legally, it's not allowed. A man should not abuse his wife. In cases like that, the woman should go to court. Look for a lawyer that handles divorce matters. Because most lawyers, they don't do that.
Okay.
Get a lawyer that does divorce cases. Go to court. Apply for dissolution of that particular marriage. And even if you don't even want the marriage to be dissolved, you can go to court. Tell the court to grant an injunction restraining this man from beating the woman.
Okay, so you are saying that even though the marriage subsists,
yes,
the woman can still go to court and get an order of injunction to restrain the husband from beating her, and that's possible.
It's possible. The court will definitely grant it.
The court will grant it.
Yes.
Well, I hope you are watching and you're taking that down, viewers. Now, let's look at the various types of violence. The one that we know about is the physical violence, where the man he hits the woman. But what about the verbal violence?
They are all violent.
Yes, because a man can always run the wife down, call her idiot, you are a fool, your father is this, your mother, and that sort of dehumanizes the woman. That is also violence.
It's also violence. It doesn't have to be physical. Violence is violence.
Yes.
Regarding domestic violence with women.
Yes.
If you find that happens, the woman can also go to court.
Yes.
Restraining that man from further abusing her. Some of those men, they do it publicly. In public, where people are there.
They do it in public.
Yeah, they do it in public. So the court can also restrain that man from doing that without necessarily dissolving the marriage.
Okay. But then again, there is the practical side of it. If a woman takes the husband to court and says, you know, he's always abusing me in public, he even hits me, sometimes he removes my naked me for the neighbors. So I love him, I don't want the marriage to be dissolved. But I want you to stop him from doing this kind of things to me. Will the man not then take that as an excuse to say, you know what, I'm fed up. I don't want you anymore.
Well, it is an enlightened man. If he wants to be an enlightened man, he won't see that. He won't see that as an excuse. Of course, it is not proper for a man to dehumanize his wife. In law, it's not even allowed. The woman should go to court. Get a lawyer first. Get a lawyer's advice. Go to court and see how you can get an order of injunction to also restrain this man from doing that.
Okay, so a lot of this would depend on what the lawyer advises the woman to do. So the women are better advised, or the men, if they are in the same situation. I know you will say that the law favors the women, but I think that I've heard of cases where the women actually beat up their husbands. Maybe you haven't, but I have. It's not common. You don't know. Well, but it does happen where the woman actually, takes a fist to the husband's face. Sometimes bottles, but in any event, you are saying whoever it happens to should be able to see, a specialist lawyer, specialist in the field, not just a lawyer, not just any lawyer. Okay. Now, there's an interesting part I want you to look at, because if a woman divorces the husband as a result of violence, can she retain the husband's name? Meaning the husband has a good name, and her own father's name is not, or all her certificates are in the man's name, and she really doesn't want to change. She already has children. Why should she have one name and the children have a separate surname? Can she retain the husband's name? Can the husband force her to drop his name?
No. The husband cannot compel her to drop or stop using his name.
He cannot?
He cannot, under the law.
But it's my name.
Yeah, it's
I
your
can
name.
decide. I give it to the wife, and if I don't want it anymore.
The man is not obliged to stop using that particular name.
Okay.
As far even if they've been dissolved, the marriage is dissolved,
yes,
and they've been divorced.
Yes.
She also has a right to continue with that name if she wishes.
If she wishes.
Yes.
Okay.
And the law does not frown against that.
So, a woman who has been sort of brutalized by the husband and is in a domestic violence situation, you have said that she can sue for divorce or the solution of the marriage. What other things can she sue for? What other rights?
She can also sue the man for damages, for battery. Women are scared to go to court when this kind of a thing happens. Then there used to be more of male judges.
Okay.
But now we have more of women judges too, and magistrates.
Okay, who
will
understand?
Yes, who understand.
Okay, but maybe they are not facing domestic violence, so they may not really be able to understand.
They will understand.
They will understand. Okay.
So she can also sue for that.
She can also sue for
damages.
Compensation.
Yes,
so if she has suffered, she has had to go to hospital to pay hospital bills.
She has to prove that.
She has to prove that, and then get dinner damage, because it's also assault, isn't it?
Yeah, it's assault.
The father is your wife, doesn't mean
you should assault her or demonize her.
It's not
really.
Give her a black eye or something like that. Okay, so she can also sue for damages. And you've also said before that she can also sue for injunction to get another restraining demand.
Yes.
Because some people don't, when the marriage ends, the violence doesn't end, does it? In some situations, the man will continue anywhere he sees the woman.
Sees the man, beat her up.
Beat her up. If he sees her with another man.
There are cases like that.
Like we had recently happened in one of the states where Mona went to his ex-wife's house to beat her up in the house on the allegation that she's philandering with other men.
That's why I said,
yes,
even apart from the dissolution of the marriage,
yes,
the man can also sue, get a court injunction
to
restrain that man
from
beating her.
Okay.
Physically abusing her.
Okay. So she can get an injunction. She can also claim damages and compensation from the man. So the man will not have to pay for put his money where his hand goes to. Okay. And also get an injunction.
Yes.
All right. Any other thing? What about the children of the marriage? If they are children of the marriage,
she can also sue for custody of the children.
Okay.
Especially if they are under 18.
All right.
She can sue for custody, and the man can be compelled to take financial responsibility of those children.
The court can compel the man to take financial responsibility
for the children. Yes.
So it's not allowed for the man to say, you know what, your mother was bad, I've divorced her, good riddance, Get out.
He can't
I'm
do
no
that.
more a father.
He can't do that.
He can't do
He
that.
can't do that. If he does, the court will compare him.
To be financially
Yes.
responsible.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That is interesting. I hope the men are watching this and they are learning something. I also hope the women are also watching this and learning something. And everybody is learning something, for the betterment of the society. But there was a question which I wanted to ask. What if the man's divorced the woman, and the woman is using the man's name to defraud people? Going around saying, you know what, I'm his wife. He sent me to come and borrow money from you, 200,000 naira. Please, we have need of it. My husband will pay you.
On that law. But the fact that the woman is allowed to use the man's name
Yes.
doesn't mean he should use the name to defraud the man or defraud other persons.
Okay.
If she does that, the man can also go to court
To do what?
to restrain her. The court will now restrain her from using the man's name.
So she can lose the right to use
Yes,
the man's
yes.
name if she.
But apart from that,
Yes.
if the name is not used for fraud purpose,
Yes.
she has the right to retain the man's name.
Well, can she continue to answer Mrs.?
She can decide.
To continue to answer Mrs.
It
even though
depends,
she's
it
been
depends on her.
divorced?
Depends
Oh
on
my
her.
goodness.
If the name is so precious to her,
Yes.
she can decide to continue with
Men's
Mrs.
name are always precious.
It depends on the man. That's something.
That's
Depends on the name.
Okay.
Depends on the name.
Some names are not
Yes,
very precious.
very precious or relevant.
Or very
As
relevant.
a name that you make in society, you
Yeah.
want to keep such name.
Okay.
So she can decide to
Continue to
keep,
use
to
the
retain that name.
So, well, I hope all men's names are very relevant so that in case of divorce, your wife would love to continue to use your name. Now, I also want to talk about forum shopping a little bit. If people marry here in Nigeria, and for some reason either they live partly, they have a home outside, and the woman feels that Nigerian law may not really favor her, can she wait until they get to the UK or to the United States and then, boom, hit the man with a divorce suit?
No, she can't do that. Because the issue of matrimonial causes
Yes.
and suits
Yes.
in marriages
Yes.
has to do with residence, where you are
Yes.
domiciled.
Yes.
If you have a home in the UK,
Yes.
you can sue the man there. And you feel the laws in UK will
Yes.
favor you
Yes.
more than the one in Nigeria. You can do an action in the UK, America, or wherever.
Or wherever.
As far as you have, sometimes they have double residence. Yes.
They have houses there,
Yes.
live there some part of
Yes.
the time, and then live here, and then they are proud about it.
Yes.
We live in England, or
Yeah.
we live in. So you're saying anywhere the man has a house, the family have a house, the woman can, if necessary.
Yes.
All right. Now I want to make the point that we are not encouraging divorce from this program, so that nobody goes away thinking, you know what, they were advising people to go and divorce. But it is a legal right, and this is a program that talks about legal rights. The right of the man to divorce is part of his rights. The right of the woman to divorce is part of her rights. If a marriage is no longer tolerable, one party cannot be expected to live with the other. Then, of course, if that is an option, then that is an option. Okay. Now, I want us to look at the question of consent in marriage. Because sometimes in customary marriages, the father will say to a man, I've given you my daughter in marriage. And whether she likes it or not, she has to go with the man.
Right. Under customary marriage,
Yes.
the consent of the parties involved
Yes.
is necessary.
It's
The
necessary.
parental consent is also very vital.
Okay.
Both consents, parental and the parties,
Yes.
are both
They are
necessary.
both necessary.
Under customary law.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Barrister Mrs. Anita Cole. We have thoroughly enjoyed your presence here today. I'm sure the members of the public have also enjoyed it. I'm sure those who have questions, you have queries, you have comments you want to make, I'm going to give you contact details on how to reach us now. But please, I want to emphasize no flashes. I will not call you back. So either you phone or you text on the following numbers: 0805 9863558. That's 0805 9863558 or 0803 492 5560. 0803 492 5560. Or you can send me an email at deleigb@yahoo.co.uk. Or better still, leave a message on my Facebook account, www.facebook.com/dele.igbinedion. We'll be glad to hear from you. On subsequent edition, we'll be looking at incest and the law. Many men have impregnated their daughters. Some brothers have been sleeping with their sisters. What are the legal consequences of this? coming up in a subsequent edition. You don't want to miss it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
24 hours, 7 days a week. You can find your favorite program, Law and You, only on Pinnacle TV.